What's going on, Connect fam? Your girl Stitches here. Welcome to another episode, The Connect Show Miami. Happy Saturday to you always. Thank you so much for allowing us to spend Saturday mornings with you. Sandy, are we good?
Oh yeah, we're good. Let's get into it.
So we have two powerhouse, amazing ladies with us this morning, and they're going to be talking about motherhood and also the journey of getting back into yourself. Plus, the current real estate market and really what buyers and sellers should be thinking about. So this is going to be really interesting. You're not going to want to miss out on it. But first and foremost, we always got to say good morning to our amazing co-host. Darling, I must introduce you properly. Miss International 2022. Give me 2 more weeks.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It is so great to be here with you. So excited to be popping onto your screens and into your homes this Saturday morning. So we have so much to get into, and there's so much going on in the world, and we don't shy away from those hard topics. So we're going to get into it all with you right now.
Let's do it. And I think we're going to be kicking things off also with our girl, Wendy Williams. She really was one of the inspirations behind this show, according to our amazing founder, Miss Natalie Cargile. So what do you think? Sandy, talk to me.
Well, you may have seen Wendy Williams in the news lately battling, her bank, Wells Fargo, since January to get access to her money. And the networks stripped her from her show. And now we see the licensing deal. They owned her name, her website, her show, her social media accounts. I mean, it's everything. And it looks like she was left with nothing, no ownership at all. So, essentially she has no ownership whatsoever. How does this happen? I mean, what are your thoughts, Stitches? Like, is this something that, could she have been protected? Like, what do you think? What's some feedback that you think, maybe could she have protected herself in a different way? And if she were a man, would this look the same?
This is really an important topic, and it's sad that it's happening to her, but it's good in the sense for others to watch and understand. Because this was something in my contract that I had to really, when I read it, it was different from another company that I was working with, that I had to really double check. And I was like, wait, this paragraph looks a little longer than it was from last 3 years ago. So when I read it, it was in that sense where my likeness and my name would essentially still belong to them for a certain amount of time. And I was like, hold on now. Mm-hmm. And that's something that we had to go back and rearrange and amend. It's not cheap, of course, but you're not going to go to a doctor if you need legal advice. You're not going to go, you know what I mean? So people have gone to school, people have, gained knowledge in particular fields. Go to those folks who know what to do when dealing with contracts and anything that you're doing. So if you have a contract or if you have an agreement, you definitely want to read through it. Nobody's perfect, but get the people who know what they're doing and they go to school to read this legal jargon. I've known some people even growing up in music business who they were 16, and by the time they're 25, their whole career, Sandy, was locked in because of a bad contract, and they don't want to do music anymore. So it's just really important just to read contracts and agreements. What do you think?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that just like you said, if you don't understand something, you got to go to someone who does. Yeah. And this reminds me of so many different artists. One that comes to mind in particular is the Britney Spears situation and what she went through, the conservatorship and, all the different documents and the likeness of what you can use and what you can't use. I mean, there's so many artists that I feel like go through this idea of powerful women not being able to access their money or being controlled in some extent. Like, we need to be aware and ask questions and not just sign away and sign off on a dotted line, and as women, how do we protect ourselves and our independence, even in situations, whether it's business or marriage? I mean, there's just so many different, I think, areas that if it's something that you aren't well versed in, it's okay to ask questions and get some information if you don't know. It's okay if you don't know, but ask the questions anyway.
Better to ask now and learn now than to be hurt and learn in the hurt process.
Yeah.
So just ask.
Absolutely.
A lot of our Connect fam may have some thoughts on this. Maybe you're an attorney, or maybe you have been in that situation before. We want to hear from you. Hit us up on our social media as well and talk to us. Leave a comment and tell us how you feel and what you think about it. Right, Sandy?
Absolutely. We want to hear from you.
Nice. Coming up next, we're going to talk more than just a mom challenge. Creator Jennifer Zoga, who is actually on a mission to lead women back to themselves through her 5-day challenge. Stick around.
I love that. I can't wait to chat with her. And later we sit down with real estate expert Tamika Moses to talk about the market. This will be exciting. And what to be looking out for when buying and selling. Stay tuned.
We are living in challenging times, and despite having a 9-to-5 job, you still find it difficult to pay your bills and have money left over to spend on experiences that brings you joy. If you're at a point in your life where you know that there is more for you, you want to start a side business and express your multi-passions, but you're not sure if your gifts or ideas can be profitable, believe in yourself and connect with us over at RaquelWalters.com and let us help you to get clear on the knowledge you have that you can monetize right away.
Are you registered to vote? The general election is set for Tuesday, November 8th. All 435 seats in the House of Representatives and 35 of the 100 seats in the Senate will be contested. Your vote matters more than ever. Confirm that you are registered to vote or get registered today at our website, theconnectonline.com/vote.
Welcome back, Connect fam. Our next guest is Jennifer Zoga, who is on a mission really to spread love as a mindset coach. She is not only a workshop facilitator, she's a motivational speaker, she's a self-love influencer, and also the creator of More Than a Mom Challenge. She's helping women show up for themselves and reclaim their time. And most importantly, she's here with us. So help me welcome new to the Connect fam. Hey, Miss Jennifer.
Hi, I'm so excited. I'm really grateful to be in this space.
Thank you for joining us.
So I'm really thankful. So I wanted to share my story because part of the reason why I developed More Than a Mom challenge is because, to backtrack, for 7 years, I was in a really dark space. I was really depressed, very suicidal. I had to get myself out of this space. And so, the beginning of it was learning what my superpower was. And at the beginning, I didn't know what I was good at. I just knew I was good at loving people. And I started to volunteer my time. And fast forward now, I'm creating this More Than a Mom challenge because I want to help women get out of that space, help them navigate, help them find that clarity of who they are and where they're going. It's not easy, and we don't have to do this alone, because it was hard doing this alone myself.
Jennifer, I resonate with this so much. When I had my first baby, I have 2 boys, but when I had my first son, you don't know what that new normal is going to look like. And for me, I went through something similar where I had postpartum. I wasn't sure which way was up, because your hormones are going crazy. You have no sleep. You're trying to keep this new baby alive, figure out what you're trying to do. So I love that you are bringing this conversation to the table. and, giving women a space and a platform to talk about this. So just shifting a little bit and shifting your relationship with yourself can be one of the most difficult things to do. How important is self-talk and the words that you choose to use?
Analyze, like, who's the first person that you are talking to negatively, and most of the time is ourselves. And the worst thing is that, yeah, social media brings you down, people bring you down, but at times we realize that we are our own worst bully. And I was in disbelief, so then I had to get back into speaking words of affirmation, speaking love to myself all over again. And I had to speak love back to my inner child and just uplift myself and bring myself back to that space of feeling empowered.
Nice. And I want to ask you, Jennifer, for someone that might be watching and maybe just feeling like they completely plateaued and they want to know how they can really get it, like just really get back into things and do more. What advice would you give to that person, maybe to help them break through to the next level?
I think one of the first things that I would highly recommend that I know that worked for me, listening to daily affirmations, tuning in every single morning, because we have to learn to reprogram our mind, our thoughts, right? Because everything is created twice. So we have to think about our thoughts, and what we do with our thoughts, that's how we create our reality, right? Doing an inventory of your limiting beliefs, the things that you told yourself, because most of our lives is based off beliefs, right? So understanding, okay, are these beliefs true? Is what I'm telling myself a true story? And providing yourself deliberating truths, right? Like understanding, okay, I'm never going to lose weight, or I'm never going to get a new career. And is that really true?
Yeah, I love that. I love that you talk about, how you talk to yourself is going to be what you mirror on the outside. So that is so important. And you have an amazing 5-day challenge called More Than a Mom, where you're guiding women through things like redefining success for themselves. I would love for you to share more about what this entails and what that process looks like.
I'm really excited for this challenge. It's definitely one of my first workshops. It's a 5-day challenge. It's 2 hours where I'm going to teach a workshop, and where I'm going to be addressing limiting beliefs. So I'm going to make sure I have a workbook that goes with it. And so I'm going to also have a second hour with the queens that are joining, and we're going to literally do this live together and tackle each question and kind of like bring awareness of what are our thoughts, what are the conversations that we have with ourselves.
I love that. Well, for those that are watching this and want to join your community and find out about your program and your challenge, how can they find and follow you?
Okay, so I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook under Jennifer Zoga. And right now with my challenge is exactly that, morethanamomchallenge.com. They can also find me through there. And I'm excited to just connect with women. That's my mission.
Thank you, Jennifer, so much for hanging out with us. You're officially a part of the Connect fam. So anytime, come on back. We'd love to have you.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Loving all of this girl boss conversation. Don't worry. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. Go get some tea, some coffee, water, whatever you need to do. We'll be right back. We're going to chat up with Miss Tamika Moses, owner of Robin Bird Realty, who is going to talk about the current state of the market and home buying tips. Trust me, get your notepad, get your pen. This is going to be some note-taking time. We'll be back.
If you are ready to keep your hair, scalp, skin, and lips hydrated this season, our vegan and gluten-free all-purpose moisturizers are just for you. Carefully formulated with fine ingredients to purify and nourish the skin and scalp at the same time without harsh chemicals. Shop It's Made For Me today. The end result will be strong, healthy hair and smoother, softer, clearer skin. Let me guess, life has got you down. But you are ready to get on the path to creating positive and forward momentum and being empowered. A tragedy gave birth to this powerhouse entrepreneur, and now she leads women everywhere. Meet Coach G. She is trained, certified, and leading the way for women. Text the Connect Show to 832-844-6940 for your free discovery call and join our free subscription today.
Hi, I'm Jess DeFeo, and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
I'm Rashad Lambert, and I help push the culture forward. You are now watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back, Connect fam. We are keeping the show rolling and going. Our next guest is real estate agent, Miss Tamika Moses, owner of Robin Bird Realty, talking all things investment, the current state of the real estate market. And of course, she's going to be giving us some tips for buyers and sellers. So help us welcome to the show. Hi, Miss Tamika.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. How's everyone doing today?
We are amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're going to jump into it. Tamika, we're going in. Is that okay?
Awesome. I'm ready.
Okay. That's the attitude we need. So we're going to jump into all things real estate questions. But first, we want to know more about you, my dear, and really why you felt called to the real estate world. Like, what was it? Tell us your story.
You know what? I tripped into the world of real estate. I attended college, and my initial job was to be an ESPN anchor. I was supposed to be an ESPN sports anchor. So I would come home from the summers in Tallahassee because I attended Florida A&M University. And that's when the real estate market was on fire back in the early 2000s. So I would go to the new home developments and everything. And one day I heard one of the agents say how much they got paid. And I said, that kind of piques my interest. And I just saw how interesting it was. I was seeing people buying property on a Monday and flipping it on a Tuesday for large amounts of money. And next thing I know, I graduated from college. So I did not receive that ESPN job. So I decided to come back home, and lo and behold, I wound up in real estate because that was the end job at the time. And I've been enjoying it ever since.
Oh, wow. Thank you for sharing that. So
thank you.
If I can ask you, Robin, we all know inflation is up and recession is pretty much it's like looming around. You know, that's how it feels.
Yes.
How do buyers and sellers protect themselves right now, in your opinion?
Well, I know inflation is up and everyone's talking about this big thing in inflation. But the thing about it is, and they keep the first thing they say, oh my God, it's a recession. But times have changed since 2000. I would say since the last crash. That was a once in a lifetime event that happened. So I tell people to save up. And their first property may not be their dream property. So everybody wants, oh my God, I want this huge 4-bedroom house. I want the swimming pool. I want this. I'm like, if you're a first-time home buyer, I'm like, that first property is your starting point, and you work your way up. I said, always think about looking at that first property as your investment, turn it into your investment property. Let's get something that you can afford, nothing that you're going to be able to say, yeah, I can afford it just a little bit. But if anything happens, I may not be able to afford it. If I miss one check, I said, so let's just try to get something below what you are pre-approved for. Now, with my sellers, I tell them, let's just price it right. this market is extremely hot, but sometimes some sellers, they do some things outrageous. It's like, it's overpriced, it's overinflated. So when I work with my sellers, I give them the hard cold facts. I let them see what the close comparables are. I let them see why this property may have closed at a higher price due to the fact that this property may close at a lower price. But I think that both buyers and sellers are still able to win in this market.
Thank
This
you
is
for
such
sharing.
great information. Yes. Well, okay, Tamika, I have a couple questions for you here. So we're going to start to get into investments. So
Love it.
here we go. So for those who are in a position to buy an investment, to
Yes.
build wealth, where should they get started? And then a secondary question to that, and I can repeat it. So number one, where do I get started? Number two, once you get the property, or once this person gets the property, do they go the Airbnb route, or is a long-term renting opportunity more strategic?
Okay, so to get into your first investment, so I tell people, I said, with FHA unconventional financing, you can get a 1 to 4 unit. So they're like, what are you talking about? I said, you can buy a duplex, a triplex, or a fourplex with an FHA loan. I said, an FHA is only 3.5% down. You're like, wait. I'm like, think about it. I said, you can live in 1 unit and you can rent the other 2 or 3 units out. I said, because those rents for that property could cover your mortgage and you're making a profit every month. And I said, think about it. You're also getting equity on a yearly basis, gaining equity on a yearly basis in that property. Now with the Airbnb and a long-term tenant, it's a pro and it's a con. I said the pros with Airbnb, yes, of course, it's high season, then it's a high season where you can get average nights $200-$300 just like a hotel. I said then there may be some nights it may not rent out. So I said you have to be comfortable with that. Versus with a long-term tenant, and we know how the rental market is right now, because the rental market is sky high right now. And I said, do you want that long-term consistent tenant where you're able to get a yearly rent and probably raise the rents anywhere between 3 to 5%? Whereas that they will take care of your property. And the only thing you really worry about is like the little repairs, probably your plumbing or AC issue. Both will make money. I said, but it's on your comfort level. Or you just really want that consistent 1 or 2 tenants long term? And they're like, okay, then they don't give me any problems. They're quiet or whatever. Or you're taking a chance with Airbnb, which is really cool as well. But I tell people, I said, it's like another job. You are working as well. So. But no, both of them are great, awesome investments. I actually have people that do buy properties just to do Airbnb.
Wow. Well, I know, Tamika, someone's listening, or a couple may be listening and like, okay, I need to talk to her. I need to get in touch with her. For those who are interested in working with you, how can they learn more and how can they connect with you, please?
You can follow me on my Instagram at Tamika Moses _. You can follow me I'm on TikTok, Tamika Moses as well. And I'm also on Facebook at Tamika Moses. So all of my social media handles are under Tamika Moses.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Tamika, for joining us. It is and was a pleasure. Thank you for dropping those nuggets as well.
Yes, one thing about I always tell people our biggest wealth generator is real estate. Real estate is something I tell people it doesn't matter. Don't listen to the news, block them out when they say, oh my God, the market is going down. I said, always remember, if the market crashes, you can't sleep in the streets. You will always need a roof over your head. So
that's right.
That's good. And I gotta say before I go, I'm an owl, but strike, and strike again. There we go. Alumnize, FAMU.
I would FAU too. So both of them are great schools.
There we go.
I always tell people all 4 of the schools are great schools. So I'm not biased like that. So yes.
I love it. Shout out to the Rattlers and Owls. So we have a quick break, family. We will be right back. Don't you move. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Elena Cardone, and I help women reach a heightened level of success. You can keep up with me online at www.elenacardone.com. You're watching the Connect Network TV.
Lewis, or on my new app, Elixir, available in all app stores right now. And you're watching the Connect Network.
Welcome back, Connect fam. We hope that you are kicking your August off with so much motivation and a whole lot of hope. What's life without hope, right? It's back to school time, and I hope you are taking advantage of the no sales tax, sales tax free week. That's going on up until August 7th, so please take advantage. And I'm sorry to tell you that, summer is almost over. Sandy, I hear the little munchkins in the background.
Oh, yeah.
How are you getting ready for back to school? And also, what are some of the strategies or systems really for our moms that you can lend to them, that they can borrow from for the start of the year, really, to get started?
Yes. So listen, back to school. I don't know if it's exciting for the kids or for the parents, maybe a little bit of both, but I always say prepare, organize, strategize ahead of time. So in my home, we have an organization board where all the schedules are laid out. We know pickup times and drop off times. And, there's always like crazy days where there's like a picture day one day and then like a parent, teacher day another day. And then there's just always different things going on, holidays. And, it's really hard to keep track of those things. So have one spot in your house that you can organize this. So you're never the parent that like forgets to pack like the special shirt or the special shoes or socks or whatever it is. And everybody is on the same page. And as far as, other strategies go, just prepare yourself the night before. That is my number one tip for all productivity, whether you are working, whether you have kids going to school, get those done the night before. And whatever you can do to just start your morning and your day off strong, prep it ahead of time, and you're going to be ahead of the game and you're not going to be scrambling at the last moment.
I love it. Thanks, Coach. Bam, bam.
You got it.
Bam. And we do hope that this school year is just really amazing for all of you, whether you're a parent or you're a brother or sister, or you're taking care of somebody's little one. We do want this fall semester to just be amazing for you. But take advantage of the no sales tax, because they be adding up. Hello. And what a great show it was today. Thank you so much, Connect fam, for always allowing us to spend time with you Saturday morning. So hopefully you take a second out also to check out our amazing guest, Miss Jennifer Zoga, and also Miss Tamika Moses. Yeah?
Absolutely. And if you watching, are ready to bring your brand, your message, your platform to TV, and you want to be featured right here with us and featuring your brand right here on the Connect Network, register today at theconnectonline.com.
Thank you, Connect fam. We'll see you next Saturday.